Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. Savinho. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, this guy, Ruben Dias, has been a revelation. I'd say his two strengths are the aggression with which he leads the defensive line and the awareness that never seems to fail him. That makes him a very stern test for any opposition attacker here.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Nuno Mendes. And here's Bruno Fernandes. And here's Mbappe, and he's managed to get free. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Just eases him off the ball. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Oh, can he get onto this? Well timed, excellent interception. Hakimi has it in a wide position. And this is Ronaldo. Shot a goal!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Nuno Mendes. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Still goalless at the moment. And the shot's on here. Nuno Mendes. Koundé does really well to win the ball there. Back into the middle. And it's Partey.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Hakimi. Hakimi plays it in. Turns and goes back. Played it again. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And we have our very first corner. Palmer plays it short. Now it's Palmer. And he decides to cross it. Cleared away. Palmer. Partey. Partey touches it back.
Yeah, probably the best option. It had to go back.
That's a sharp pass.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Mbappe. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
He's in a great position here. Looking for the run. Palmer. It's a goal kick. Gravenberg. Opts for safety. Nicely aimed pass. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. And no That is pretty much the end of that. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts.
Paris Saint-Germain have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Nicely weighted ball. It's a really well-measured ball. Cross, big header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Corner number 2 then. Oh, he's been caught napping. That looks a good cross. And now they can spring out of defence. Savinho. Now it's Lukaku. The referee's awarded a free kick. And it's half-time here. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
And a quick
reflections on the first half?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in this second half.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
Substitution on the field, number 10, Bruno Fernandes.
And we're underway again.
Coming on the field is...
Paris Saint-Germain are probably feeling...
Yeah, he's fouled him there. And he is going into that little black book. Bellingham. Nuno Mendes. Looking for options for movement. Nuno Mendes tries a cross.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Bellingham. Matheus Cunha. That's an excellent interception. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Wood. Van Dijk. Played over towards the opposite flank. And Savinho. And that's really well manoeuvred. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Cristiano Ronaldo being hunted in packs.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And here's Mbappe. Deftly away. But they've got it again. He's picked his way through. Chance! It's in! The breakthrough arrives at last! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Substitution on the field, number 9,
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. Paris Saint-Germain have broken through. It's 1-0.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Number 8.
Well, that is not the best ball. And he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that...
He's had a shot! And he's quick to get it clear again. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking to play him in.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Hakimi has it out wide and in space. That's travelling a long way. Matheus Cunha. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Paris Saint-Germain are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
Haaland is herring after that one. Gravenberg. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Little doubt, that is a foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Bellingham. Coming
it's
on
Mendes.
to replace him is number 17.
Drives it in.
I
think that's a corner. Yes, it is.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Vietnam really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it. He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Chance for a shot! They've scored! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, now they've saved themselves. You can really sense a change in the whole atmosphere here. It's going to be pretty manic from now to the final whistle.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Gravenberg.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Mendes. Rafinha. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Hakimi drives forward on the overlap. Thuram. Can he get it through? Mbappe! Ball comes in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now, can they get him away? Oh, he's been caught on... Oh, what a climb! So nothing between them in 90 minutes, and we are in for extra time. So we are still all square, but you have to say how different things might have been.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So a brief breather, and then extra time.
Please make sure to watch the screen for an information bulletin from the Regional Police Department. Substitution on the field, number 25, Nuno Mendes.
Stern test is for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time.
Number 19,
Paris Saint-Germain pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the consequences are still more serious? Nicked it back promptly. Looking for a run-up. And it's Cucurella. Aimed beyond the defence. Haaland. Haaland on a charge down the left. Referee's given a throw. Cut it out. They've got a corner here. So, third corner of the game. Alexander-Arnold goes short. Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold has got himself a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. So what can they conjure from this one?
Hard to tell what he's thinking here, Peter. Surely the shot's not on, is it?
Brilliant save from Donnarumma! Oh, smart save, he had plenty to do.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Paris Saint-Germain get their fourth corner. And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Thuram.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Palmer is fouled.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Knocks it out wide. Rafinha. Half-time, extra time.
And a quick reminder today.
But it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner? Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? They have played themselves to a near standstill. What is left in the tank now? Now it's Thuram. Matthews Cunha. And the finish! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Vietnam have their second corner now. Keeper's dealt with that. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. Now this could be a chance. Distributed tidily. Kimmich's cross. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold. That is lovely.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Van Dijk.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
He's a sharp little ball here, and he's certainly onside here. Tries to cross. Alexander-Arnold is there, and he can get that clear.
This is the time you need that pace.
Kimmich gets across to intercept. The final whistle and confirmation, we are headed for penalties.
I can only applaud the sheer doggedness and tenacity on show in watching both teams refusing to lose. I mean, they both ran their socks off.
So it comes down to this, a final rallying cry, and then kicks from the spot. So this one to set the tone. Denied! He's made the save!
Well, that's about as tame as they come, Peter. Couldn't have been any easier for the keeper.
Haaland is engaging in a bit of mind games before stepping up. Oh, it's a really good save.
Well, he felt the goalkeeper outstared him there, which gave him the edge.
Kimmich is the second man to step up for his team.
Well, you can't approach a penalty with any doubt, or you'll have to rely on luck.
Mbappe is second man up. Saved! Keeper's done brilliantly.
Well, it was a possibility of happening like that. The way he was moving beforehand, very good save.
Vietnam are now able to take a giant step towards where they want to be. And that doubles their lead. So down by 2, another miss can be game, set and match. And he sticks it away.
Pick your spot, don't change your mind, and the keeper should be neutralised.
Vietnam with this chance to pull 2 clear. Oh, what a save!
Well, he had a little look at the goalkeeper, and maybe that put him off.
Bellingham is the 4th man to step up.
I thought he handled the pressure really well there. His focus cut right through it.
Sorloth with the last of the first 5 penalties. No! Denied remarkably!
Well, he felt the goalkeeper outstared him there, which gave him the edge.
So it is all down to him now. No pressure. Oh, brilliant. He had to save it, and he did.
Well, it was a possibility of happening like that. The way he was moving beforehand, very good save.
A huge pressure penalty, reserved only for the bravest of men. Big character, big moment, big save. So he walks up to the spot and puts the ball down. So can he do it? Oh, he saved it!
Oh, that's a super save from the keeper.
So is this to be lucky 7? We shall see. Right in the bottom corner. Some nerve.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver.
So can he do it? Can he keep them alive? Saved it! And their fate is sealed! Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. The action has already started. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Thomas Partey, Peter, has an amazing engine, constantly covering both boxes and both flanks. The perfect player you want sitting in front of your...
And he shoots! He scored! How very smart. He just got it right.
Haaland really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Barella, and this is Ronaldo. Big chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Great vision. Mbappe. Now it's Kimmich. Kimmich got a long way forward to join the attack. Wood. Oh my word, that is quite something. A finish of true class. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character. Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Nuno Mendes with the cross. Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
And it's Mendes. Now he's off and running. Now it's Haaland. Barella. Oh, that was vital. Nuno Mendes. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Oh, the ball's come loose here. 30 minutes gone. Haaland shoots! They've done it! And they're back in front!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
And now he has two. Vietnam take the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Ambitious ball here. Now it's Haaland. And he's on his way! Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Konate. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Kimmich. Played towards the other side.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Barella. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Nuno Mendes, Gravenberg. Here's Matheus Cunha, aimed beyond, and the shot!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Haaland picks it up out wide, bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
2 minutes has been indicated.
Looking for options for movement. Barella. It's going to be another throw. Konate. Vietnam looking to pass their way through. There's the whistle for half-time. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Paris Saint-Germain really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Partey. And it's Mendes. Nuno Mendes. There he goes, motoring forward. And he's straight offside. Palmer. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Tries to play it through. Hakimi gets into a good position.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, nicely intercepted. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nuno Mendes. That is lovely. Now this could be a chance. He's going for goal! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Substitution on the field.
Well, height
22,
could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Number 18, Erling Haaland. Number 11, Mbappe.
Shapes to shoot!
Coming on the field.
I think that's offside.
Number 17,
Yes, it is.
Palmer. Number 9, Lukaku. Number 20, Sterling. Substitution in progress.
Bellingham. 60 minutes played. That's a super give and go. Produced. He gets big! He scores! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it. An impact sub.
Big header! Oh, it's come loose.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Gravenberg. And he's managed to get free. Nuno Mendes, he's got two. It's in! And they've got their lead back. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Is number 9, Romelu Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku.
Vietnam get themselves into the lead. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long.
Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And he is going into that little black book.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
This looks promising.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Indica. Paris Saint-Germain perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Gravenberg. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, it's Lukaku! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Lukaku! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
And that reaction says it all. They had a real chance to tighten the screw there, and it's been blown.
Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. That's very neat. Played into the middle, and the keeper beats it away.
Paris Saint-Germain really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Now it's Martinez.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. OK, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry. Maybe
Goes for a shot! Just off target.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
There will be
Now it's
5
Palmer.
minutes added time.
Mendes does well to stand firm and defend it. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Knocks it into space. Barella. And it's Mendes. Palmer does really well to win the ball there. Tries to pass it through. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Araujo. And that will be it. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Paris Saint-Germain
And a
never
quick
really
reminder
got into
today
this
to
game.
please
I
take
think
all
conceding
without being
early as they
located
did
by
seemed
the
to
entrance
completely
gates.
undermine
Thank you
whatever
very
had been
much
put
for
in
your
place
cooperation.
before they left that dressing room, and they just didn't readjust to it at all.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful,
Hello,
clear
everybody,
evening.
and welcome
The
to
conditions
today's
contributing
match.
to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Shot could be on. Oh, there's a probing ball. Hakimi wins the duel this time. Oh, that's a key interception.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. João Neves. Vietnam looking to pass their way through. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
The great playmaker João Neves is very comfortable with the ball at his feet, Peter, and good at resisting pressure, protecting the ball. He's going to be key if the manager is asking his players to get the ball out of defence at that high tempo.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And the through ball. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Well, that's been cut out. Well played. Gravenberg. Nice looking ball. That's good vision. And now they can clear their lines. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Kimmich. Haaland. And he was alert to it. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Barella. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Hakimi. Expertly cut out, really. There's the shot! Vietnam trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. And it's Kimmich. Kimmich charging forward down that flank. Barella opts for safety. He's gone forward. Now he's off and running. Nuno Mendes. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
Well spotted.
And it's been played through, and he's picked it up out wide. Mendes clears. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And he's managed to get free. And a chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And it has to be said, an absolute gift.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Nuno Mendes. Probing pass. Van Dijk cuts it out. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Searching pass, he's played there. Great chance! He scores! And they're at it again in double quick time.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Paris Saint-Germain are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And we've reached half-time. So your views on the first half?
Paris Saint-Germain clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
Paris Saint-Germain ahead 2-0, and they are looking good.
Substitution on the field. Number 18.
And the action is back underway.
Number 5. Turn.
Ndika calmly anticipates.
Number 9. Lukaku.
Looking for the run.
11. Mbappe.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Hakimi. Mbappe. Spread neatly. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Paris Saint-Germain with the corner, they're first. That has been knocked clear. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. Looking to play him in. Koundé gets across to intercept that. He's had it taken off him. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Engages and forces him off the ball. And it's Kimmich. Played shot at goal! Really well taken goal. The second half sparked straight into life. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Vietnam get themselves back into contention.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Kimmich, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Played back, tries to pass it through, and that is expertly dealt with. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Mbappe being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Substitution on the field. Number 15.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Number 22.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Lukaku! Just off target.
Number 17. Arnold. Number 23.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And he can clear it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Koundé lays it forward. Konate. Can he get it through? Paris Saint-Germain are looking pretty rattled at the moment, Jim.
There's no doubt about that, Peter. It looks like they've had the proverbial carpet swept from underneath them. And it's amazing how much one goal can change things.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to make any prediction on this right now. Skims one in. And that was very necessary. Barella. He's gone for goal! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Corner number 2 then. They've played it short, and it's Barella. The ball goes in. Van Dijk getting this one clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Looking for a runner. Tries to play it through. Cross into the box. Wood.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Into the last quarter of an hour. Now that's a lovely exchange. And it's made its way to him. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
Vietnam really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Branthwaite. Paris Saint-Germain finding their passes. Hakimi. And he whips it in. Martinez is flagged offside. And it's Hakimi. Martinez, real chance! They've scored! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Calafiori cuts out the pass. Barella. Lewandowski looks to get on the end of this. That's been slipped through.
3 minutes at
Oh,
a
Red,
time.
nice interception. That's a look and place it forward. Bruno Fernandes. And he's intervened well there. He's on it, can he get away? Barella. And that pass just didn't quite work. And the counter is on.
Pretty robust defending.
And that is that. Paris Saint-Germain are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here,
everybody,
a
and
clear
welcome
night,
to
all the
today's
ingredients
match.
for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And here's Mbappe. Palmer proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
It's very hard to miss this guy, Haaland, when there's all 6'4" of him. A player with great football pedigree in his family, remembering his father played in the English top flight. The most talked about man in football. He's really one of a kind and marauds his way around the pitch.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Mbappe. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Gravenberg. Haaland is onto it in a flash. Konate makes the interception. Gravenberg. And it's Mendes. Mbappe. This looks promising. And now the breakaway. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable. Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Well read, nice interception. Barella. Vietnam trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Van Dijk. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, no joy this time. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Barella. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. And he's intervened well there. Nuno Mendes. Now it's Matheus Cunha. The ball has bounced loose now. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Now, there are plenty in the middle waiting for this.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box. They just need a good delivery.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Looking for a runner. Not the most accurate pass. That's a sharp pass.
Haaland really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Good ball, good take. He's had a shot! And he's done it! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Vietnam are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
That's good vision. Nicely intercepted. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Vietnam clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Hakimi driving forward. Ndika deals with that comfortably.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Cristiano Ronaldo threads one in. Oh, super find. No, again there's no way through. And claimed it back swiftly.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Can he spark a counter here? Barella and Gravenberch. Koundé cuts out the pass. Palmer.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Barella running with the ball. Haaland. Haaland showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now. Paris Saint-Germain clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Matheus Cunha. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. No way through, so back it comes. Engages and forces him off the ball. Partey did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Mbappe.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Paris Saint-Germain are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
And the counter is on. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Alisson gets rid without sophistication.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
And that's a dangerous ball. Oh, shooting chance! Ndika gets it clear. And it's Palmer. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Substitution on the field. Number 22, Matthias Cunha.
Opts for safety.
Number 19, Joshua Kimmich.
Calafiori.
Number 11, Mbappe. Number 18, Erling Haaland.
It's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
Nuno Mendes. Coming on the field, number 7,
Calafiori.
Bellingham. Number 23, Jules Koundé. Number 8, Mason Greenwood.
And Gravenberch.
Number 20, Sterling.
Ambitious ball here.
Calafiori. Substitution in progress.
Bellingham. Greenwood. He's in space and looking for options. Oh, what a climb! He should have put that one away.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
Substitution on the field. Number 14.
Vietnam making another change here.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Gravenberch. It's a searching pass. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And it's Bellingham. Tries to pass it through. Calafiori has it in a wide position. And he gets rid in a hurry. He's chosen to go back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Nicely weighted ball. So what can they make of this? Now it's Haaland. Koundé.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
The less said about that
There
pass,
will
the
be
better.
1 minute added time.
Not too much to add on here, just a minute. And he cuts out the supply. And time is up. So in the end, 1 goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on.